Tonight our story contains
scenes of horror and is likely to scare the living daylights out of you. Viewer discretion is advised. The rain begins to fall outside as Scotland Yard approaches the West London apartment of known Lady of the Night Ethel Hirovig. Detective Mully is the first on the scene and opens the door to his horror. Ethel was lying on the ground lifeless and covered in blood. It's been well over 100 years since Jack the Ripper, and this new killer seems to be a fan. Mully goes outside to vomit as his colleagues show up. "Bad sight in there, detective," a voice said to Mully. Mully looked up to see his friend and colleague Detective Lupin. "It's too hideous," Mully said as he began to vomit again. "That's 20 dead women in 4 days," Lupin said hastily. "This killer must be stopped. We are not going to have the same incidents like Jack the Bloody Ripper ever again." Mully stood up, shook the feeling away, and walked Lupin inside. They investigated the crime scene, but found nothing linking anyone to any of the crimes. Lupin sat down on a chair in the kitchen of Ethel's house and poured himself a glass of scotch. Mully looked shocked and confused, but Lupin then said it's not like she is going to need it anymore. This is too expensive to go to waste. A few days go by, but no new deaths have cropped up. Scotland Yard have a meeting with the Prime Minister to discuss moving forward, but get a call stating they have to cancel. The Prime Minister's feeling under the weather. Under the weather, huh? Mully thought to himself. The Prime Minister seems to be either under the weather or out of town when these things happen. Just then Lupin busts in the door. There's been another one, and this one is the worst yet, Lupin yelled. They run outside to see a woman hung from Big Ben, having the same thing done to her as the rest. Mully looked up in horror as he recognized this as none other than Harriet Merryweather, the Prime Minister's wife.